Hello, Kami. Welcome. Let me change all the stuff first. I forgot to change all the titles and things like that. Alright. Let's get working. What do I have here? See, so let me do all the lining for the background stuff first.
Hoi!
Hello, Petro. This is a bit too clear. What's that over there? Oh. I probably wouldn't be streaming too long today. I actually just want to get some work done first. Because afterwards I'll have to get Duffy out for a walk. So, maybe I'll be here for 1 to 2 hours max. I'll work more once I get back from the walk, but yeah. For the time being, I'm just gonna like try to finish as much of this commission as I could. Hello, Alarm Frog. I'm actually thinking more about like what I can provide with commission stuff. Um, at first I was thinking about like for example,
Hoi!
just whatever goes. A little bit too like ideas with whatever goes. But I don't know. Like I quite enjoy these themed ones. So perhaps like because I've been doing some Pokemon card art stuff
Hoi!
for the contest, and I'm thinking like maybe I can provide that for my commissioners as well, like something that's akin to like an illustration for a card. That way we have like a set dimension and also like we kind of know how the end product will kind of come out, at least like in terms of vibe and in terms of like the perimeter. When you go like with something that's like anything goes with the commissioners, usually there'll be like too many things that you can do at once that it's hard to kind of hone into one certain thing, or like actually hone into like a an imagery that like we can land, we can like reach a consensus on. So perhaps like I'm gonna go with like something like that first. Not saying like anything goes kind of thing doesn't work. I'm just saying like maybe having like a theme commission thing would be more interesting for me as an artist as well. I guess like I'll just have to like do some experimental or um like demo kind of art before I open anything like that. Hello boys night.
Hoi!
Hello Corda. What do Swablu's look like apart from like a bird with a cloud? Uh, okay, so it's like a budgie kind of thing, I guess.
Hoi!
Oi.
Hoi!
Hello Black Star.
Hoi!
Hello Chaos. I did not turn on something weird, right? That you guys can actually type in the chat, yeah? I don't know if you guys are like trying to send me a message because like I somehow I don't know if I pressed something that like didn't let you guys type or something. I don't think I clicked anything. Oh well. How many toes do Swablues have? Is it 2 or like 3? Looks like it's 3. Yeah, it looks like it's 3. Alright. I keep forgetting that I should actually record some time lapse. This will turn on canvas time lapse recording. The time lapse recording will be saved with the canvas, and the file will require more. Let's try that. I've actually never tried like recording time lapse with CSP before, so it's kind of interesting to see how everything will come out. Like my sister has been insisting that like I should do something with my talent, and she's like saying that like, she wants to open like a what is it called, like the Chinese app for me, and like basically run the Chinese platform as well. I guess it's kind of like the Chinese Twitter or something. I mean, it's just more audience, I guess. And if we're gonna like look at more merch stuff or something like that, maybe I can like expand my market presence a bit more, I guess. The only thing is like it feels like most of my audience is in US, and so if I do like merches like prints and stuff like that, the postal like one time and also like the postal cost will be like a bit more than usual because I'm gonna be sending from Australia. But I guess like it would be a different story if like I have more audience from places like China or something, or Asia. Hello Aries, thank you so much for the subscription. At least someone is typing on the chat now. I got a bit scared just now. I'm like, did I break the chat or something? That's why no one's typing on the chat. My god, right on. Thank you so much. I'm actually so I've been like looking into how do you say, like doing some of the Tales of Elysium print stuff, like printing the comic, and my sister said like she can look for like a someone to print it for me from China or something. It'll probably be cheaper, and I actually sent them like a few pages for like a demo or like a sample. So what they're gonna do is like they're gonna send me a comic, like kind of like a mock comic book with like a blank pages, and then just have the cover and like 2 pages, so just so that I can see like the size of the pages and text. And I also sent them like this one, and this Coridon I've already like kind of like moved everything around so that like it fits more like a print. Because before, let me show you the before. Okay, so this is the toxicity. All right, before it's like this. So it's mostly for like the card only, and so I'm only drawing like in the confines of like the card. And I'm like, well, since they didn't choose me, I'm gonna use this as like an opportunity to make it a print instead. And so like whatever I have here, it doesn't fit with a print. So what I have to do is like I have to put it here, and then I have to like paint the surroundings. Like here, you can't see it, but like yeah. And so I have to like put in all these like extra bits down here. here all around. Yeah, this is like the final, probably final like print version. I sent them like the like this file as well, and hopefully so like they're gonna send me one the comic and also two one of the demos for this print. And yeah, that's exciting. We shall see how it goes. If it comes out nice, I'll probably give you guys like an announcement and see how like printing will go, I guess, from there. I think a lot of you guys are like again in the US, so it probably makes more. It will probably make more sense if, like let's say ST is doing things like this, because ST is in Canada, so the postal fee and the postal time will be significantly lower, than just like me sending it from Australia. I've already asked ST, but he hasn't responded back, so I don't know. I don't know how things will go like there. If things go smoothly on my side, then maybe I'll just do it first anyway. That Absol is really you? What do you mean by that? Like the style? I can show you guys like the print version of it as well. Yeah, so like in terms of the card version, again, like a lot of things are like missing. Like card version is just like this. There's like the bottom corner you can't really see, and like the full reflection you cannot see as well. And I guess that's like an advantage of like having the print format. I guess you can see more of like the whole art piece. I have to like draw the surroundings, and then also like I add leaves and such everywhere. I pondered upon the thought that like maybe I should add some like colorful petals, but I don't know, maybe that will actually draw away from the attention of the episode, and so I ultimately did not go with that. But yeah, I really like all three of my prints actually. They kind of reflect different vibes, I guess. And I guess that's also like what I was intending to do actually. Like I want to like show different sides of me, like what I can do and my breadth, I guess. What is that on the top left? What do you mean? Oh, this dragon thing? This dragon thing is a Dragalia dragon. The commissioner really misses Dragalia, and they're like, oh, if you could, can you just draw this draw this little dragon there as well? I'm like, okay, yeah. It's simple enough, so I'm like, okay, sure. It's not that sad. Projects come and go, and so like it influenced like a lot of artists, like for example like me, and I would say like it's already pretty worth it. And like if you actually missed the game, the private server is actually working pretty well right now. I got it to work on my phone several days ago. You're gonna have to look for it yourself, and well, it's pretty easy to look for. So yeah, it ended in a sad way under the wrong hand. It's not too sad, I guess. I mean, sure, Nintendo could have like done a lot more with the IP, but yeah, what can you say? What can you do? It probably has a lot to do like with money, as per usual with game movies and things like that. Hello, how do you say how do you say your name? Fangy, I guess. Welcome, welcome. Fingy, Fingy. Oh, okay, Fingy. Okay, welcome. Hello, Fatomo. Working on your commission right now. Squirrel. It's a pity that I can't actually like read or like understand Japanese very well. I would love to actually sing these songs. It's just that I don't know the language, so I can only hum to the tune. We're sniffly today. Seems like the other eyes is a little bigger. Let me check again. Looks better. Okay. Oh, if you happen to need to yell at me for anything I'm listening on the side, just tap away. Oh, no problem. I don't think so. We're pretty much like set to go with like all this stuff. I'm just like executing all the ideas, I guess. This is the good thing about like a horizontal flipping your to check your art and stuff. Like now that I can actually clearly see that like the peak fluff thing is actually very much like not in the right place. Horizontal flip and it turns into Pikachu. Does it work like that?
Hoi!
Hello, Blackstar. Hello, the Hyperblast. Welcome, welcome. The submission to the TG contest looks great. Thank you so much. Look forward to them becoming prints. It's already in the action. I'm waiting for the demo to be sent to me. Then we can kind of preview and see how everything goes. I'm pretty sure they'll look very good as prints anyway. I still have like my old prints that are like the whole ones. The whole ones like the whole one and also the Lugia one. They're probably like a decade old by now. I really need to like make more prints. Thank you so much, Anko, for the resubscription. I think it's supposed to. Okay, yeah. I'll probably treat that as like a fur pattern. The black on the back of the hand. You're planning on putting some TOE panels as prints or even older prints returning? Um, like the older prints are all handled by ST, and as I said, like I tried to contact him, but he doesn't seem to be responding. He might be busy with his stuff or something. I don't know. So I don't know. Um, do you guys want the old prints? Because like they're like so long ago. I feel like my art has changed quite like significantly since then. And as for Tales of Elysium stuff, I'm planning on actually making prints of the books. So perhaps like that's already like a print enough. I don't think we need to like separately extract some of the panels in there to make them as prints. always fun to see like hands turning out just the way I want them to be. And sometimes it's all like very experimental and stuff like, but like for this instance, it's like, oh, it turns out nice. It actually looks like a hand. Show this here. Forearm. Hello, murder. Thanks for popping by.
Hoi!
Hello, Hazy. Oh no, no, I'm not sick. Just a bit cold, and my nose is just acting up. Kind of like sniffy and so cold and stuff. Worried my sister got you sick again. No. Bring the cold over here. We have a heat wave. Yeah, I definitely prefer the cold. But we're not trade. Good to see the art stream going. Yeah, yeah. I've been pretty busy like 2 weeks ago, but now I'm like more freed. So probably gonna be back to like the normal streaming schedule, and I'll stream more. Mostly just like doing art as per usual though. I don't have time for like for gaming much. Although perhaps like maybe on Monday, I don't know, like Monday or Tuesday for you guys. Maybe I can do some Minecraft. He's been getting pretty busy. Got to make time for his arsenal. That's true. But mostly, like for this year, it's still gonna be like work, 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 hustle, hustle, hustle. Next year, I'll get to like relax a bit more. But I still have like have to catch up with like my old work still. So yeah, just gonna be still working, but like a bit less intense, I guess. It's a huge hurdle to cross, but once you cross this hill, you get out on the other side, hopefully. Yeah. I mean, there's always like the webcomic as well. Comic is a lot of work. Oh, but like, I think Murder, you're not there yet, but I was talking about how I'm looking into like printing options now. I was like trying to print the TCG stuff, and I was asking ST about it, but like he hasn't had the time to respond to me, I guess. And so I'm like, my sister is looking for like options for me from China. But like we're still very unsure about it because like the postal fee and postal time from Australia to, let's say, the United States would be pretty long. So we're still like looking towards to that. But like at least I'm gonna be looking at some samples. So I'll have the sample for the comic book and also for the print. That's something to look forward to for me. And then once it arrives, I'll update you guys and let you guys see how everything looks. Pretty exciting. I can't wait to have the comic physically if that ever happens. Yeah. Like recently I've been to like this comic manga kind of shop in the city, and they're really cool because like it's almost like a um kind of like a weeable kind of like corner. So it has like a tons of figurines, kind of like tons of like products from different franchises, the latest manga, the latest like comics, things like that. And yeah, I've actually got to like physically hold like a lot of like comics and mangas and stuff, and it just makes you think like what would happen, like what would I feel like if I can actually hold Tales of Elysium. And I'm like, yeah, let's get it happening. Does the pen you're using now have a texture? It texture, like as in the brush, like the lining brush. It has a little bit of texture, yes. But I've been using this texture uh, line art brush for a long while now. So it's not only now that it has the texture, if that's what you're asking. Is it alright if I ask you what program you used to draw back in your early days? 2013, 2014. That was in Photoshop actually. I think ST helped me with like installing Photoshop back then. And then afterwards, like because of all the subscription stuff and like all the sales as well for like let's say Clip Studio Paint, I migrated to Clip Studio. And also because like back then I was still using my laptop to draw, and now I'm using desktop. So I'm like, since I'm like migrating everything already, like with my computer and stuff, so why not use a new program? Use a new program that's like more. One is more cheap, and the other is like more. How do you say? More comic friendly, I would say, because Photoshop is more like editing pictures, and it's not as friendly to artists as let's say photographers. Do you still draw traditional media pens and pencils? No, not really. Sometimes I'll like do little sketches on my sketchpad, but that's about it. I personally don't really prefer traditional medias because like they usually take up a lot of space, and yeah, and like it's a little more expensive to pursue as well. You need to like buy canvas, you need to buy paint, you need room to store everything, and so like yeah, I don't prefer it. It's kind of funny though because like my sister who doesn't really do art. She's the one that's like buying all these like art supply for fun, I guess. I don't know. Like recently she bought some like tiny canvas, um kind of like half the size of a screen, and then she's bought some paint and stuff, and she's asking me like why does it turn out really bad, and I'm like she found out that like she's using different paints, and then she's using like a water watercolor on like a canvas, and she's like, why is it like the color not very apparent? And she finds out that like she got two separate paints. One is the watercolor and the other one is acrylic. Acrylic of course is going to be like very like apparent for like canvas, but not so much for watercolor. Hello Zelda Fanatic, I'm drawing a commission for Fly Thermo in the chat right now. It's an Emolga Pokemon. I bought myself a pencil and sketchbook to take on a flight and cruise in July. Can't wait to impulsively try to control C. Right. I mean, there's like something that's like very fun with traditional stuff as well. Like for example, the textures from brushes, and also from like let's say just normal pencil as well. It's something that's very hard to imitate in a computer program, and sometimes it's that kind of like randomness and just how do you say it? Like it's quite desirable sometimes as well. For computer brushes, like what I have and what I use right now, they're really just like stamps, and it's hard to imitate that kind of randomness. And sometimes, as Bob Ross would say, like all these happy little accidents are like what gives us joy in life. And yeah, I would say I still do miss doing traditional media sometimes. It's just that in the long term, I don't feel like I would pursue it that much. I love the watching the Bob Ross Marathon channel. Right, yeah. It's very relaxing, to say the least. Maybe I should like should describe my drawing process as Bob Ross as well. What does he sound like again? Is he more like deep and a little more huffly, whatever adjective I'm looking for? Like his voice is kind of like smoky, I guess. I want to get better with my art so badly. I've been told I have good fundamentals, but drawing still makes me a little uncomfortable. I feel better writing. That's my calling. Mostly like drawing to sketch out ideas for my writing anyway. Yeah, Huffy, Puffly, and Sophia. I see. Yeah, I would say murder. Just find whatever you want to do. Like you don't have to necessarily pursue art if you don't really like it. Let me see if I can open a Bob Ross video and see and hear how he sounds. Oh wait, I actually did not time myself. How long has the stream been going? 1 hour. Alright, let me put that here. So, make a gorgeous, gorgeous brown. Okay, I think I can kind of imitate that. This is best if I take things at my own pace. I was only here for a little bit, but I do have to go. Good luck. Oh, no problem. Thank you so much for dropping by, madam. Hope you have a good day too. Just like in life, sometimes you'll find something that you like, sometimes you'll find something that you don't like. But life is just like a like a random box of chocolate. Why am I becoming like Forrest Gump instead? He always talks. Bob Ross always talks about his like squirrel friend as well. Coincidentally, we are also drawing a flying squirrel. So I guess it. What other chance? It's fate, I guess. Hello, Brief Love. Welcome, welcome. Recently, I've found a toy. Um, it's kind of like a guitar thing, almost like a key, like a how do I describe it? It's like a uh, guitar version of a keyboard, if it makes sense. It's like a little toy that is shaped like a guitar, and then there are no strings, and you just have to press buttons in order for like sounds and chords to come out. It will automatically like play a chord for you, and then what happens is like you can read on the app that is accompanying that little toy, and then you just have to press like almost like a Guitar Hero kind of game. And then what is like so cool about it and so fun about it is that like you don't have to know how to play a guitar or like a piano or anything. You just have to like press the buttons um, at the right kind of beat. And I find that really interesting because like you can actually like sing and stuff while playing with that. And I don't know, I feel like I might get it at one point. Like I'm at the age that I don't really care to to learn a new instrument. I don't have the time for it. And so that this is like kind of like a the perfect kind of shortcut for me if I want to like perform and stuff, but I don't know how to play any instruments, but like I can still sing and stuff. Let me remember if I let me see if I can remember what it's called. Uh, all right, it's called Liber Live. It's like some sort of it says stringless foldable smart travel guitar. I still don't think it's a guitar because you really don't play it as a guitar. You play it like a toy, but it's a fun toy. there are actually so many things that I want to get once I move to a new house. That would be like at the end of the year. We'll actually move to a new house, and like at that time it would be like actually my house instead of like um, renting right now. Like there are so many limitations to renting a house. Like for example, you can't really think of like decorating the walls or like installing shelves and stuff like that, because like you have to probably ask the tenant about not tenant, sorry, the what are they called? Whoever owns the land, whoever owns a house. Um, like otherwise you can't really install anything. You don't want to like put a nail on the wall. And when you move out, then they have to let you uh, put the holes back in. So like all of my walls are like just plain white right now. We're not like hanging anything. We're not like taping anything on it. But once we move to a new house, we can actually do anything we want. My family's actually telling me like they'll probably reserve one side of the wall for me to paint on as well. That will be a pretty fun project. Although like I'll probably have to practice first on a canvas. I've not worked with like a brush, like an actual brush in real life, like paintbrush, for a long time, so I don't know how things will work. Alright, the line art is done. Color everything in. That look right. I think that looks right. Okay, alright. I think the eyes are supposed to be brown, orangey kind of color. Brown amberish, okay. It's so funny because like I I press a record and time lapse thing for Clip Studio Paint, and right now I can't really spam Control Save. It's kind of like laggy a little bit when I try to save my canvas. It probably takes up a lot of space, and that's why. I mean, good thing that like unlike a laptop, desktop probably would not crash as often. So I don't really have to like be so be so adamant in saving my stuff. But it's so hard to fix that like kind of habit of like always spamming Control S, Control S. Is this on a tablet? No, it's not. It's on my desktop. Next, we move on to background stuff. Let's see. This one's gonna go. I've always liked it when the badge is placed on something like the bag or belt or scarf. It looks more plausible than sticking to their body somehow. Has it always been stuck to the body? I thought they've always just held it or something. That's why I put the badge on my samurai scarf. Right. Hello, Grinch. Yeah, this is what's his name again? Is it Hinata or something? Got to add a little bit of blush on all the background characters. Oh, make them look cuter. In official art, they stick to the chest like a Star Trek badge. Oh, I see. I don't remember that up. I thought they've always like held it in front of them, like that kind of Animal Crossing. You know how they hold items out. I thought it's always been like that. It also doesn't make sense like how some Pokemon wear their accessories. Sometimes it looks really weird. It's that way in some of the games as well. I see, I see. It's been a while since I've actually played the PMD game. Last one I checked out was Super Mystery Dungeon. That one was pretty nice. I of course I enjoyed the story most in time, but then Super introduced so many like quality of life changes that like I don't feel like I can play Time anymore. Like some of the things in Time is like just super tedious, and yeah, it's just not very fun to replay. Apart from like just going through the story and stuff. I played Super first because that happened to be what I could get my hands on at the time. I don't struggle with time. Yeah, like I think Super was the only game that I actually 100% did. Played Super first 2, then discovered the other games. I see. Where did my brush go? There it is. This squirrel is so cute, so I wanna commission you to draw a squirrel. I see. Right. Glow effect. It's kind of annoying that Clip Studio doesn't have a glow effect. I thought that would be included in like one of those like layer effects, but it's not for whatever reason. So every time you have to like manually do it. Maybe I should like probably like search for a tool that can help me do that very quickly. It'll probably make sense. I have to imagine a tool is out there made. Yeah, I'll probably have to just search for it. I was gonna stop myself from making like 5 variants of Persona. Who's stopping you? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I have 3 as well. The only thing is that like I never have enough time to actually draw things for each and every one of them.
Hoi!
Hello, Hot Ninja. Oi. Can't do that anymore right now. My nose is too stuffy to do anything too high pitched. I feel like the character needs to be a bit darker just so that like it stands out from all the background elements. Also, that's like one thing about like working with the character that has a lot of white is that like I usually like to darken them quite a bit and then build them back up from like the darkened the shaded character. But I feel like because like if like you already start with pure white of the character, you have nowhere to go in terms of like all the shadows and all the lighting. Like shadow, yeah, you should probably do a lot more shadow with it, but like once the once you get to like the lighting part, you have nowhere to go because everything is already like super bright white. So yeah, usually I like to like just tune it down a little bit in terms of brightness, and then start with like a gray. Then I can have like I can reserve space for myself to do like interesting lighting and such. Although sometimes I'm also kind of scared, I guess, to do interesting lighting because like you'll get people saying that like, oh, why does my character seem like it's red now when like it's really just like the lighting turning your character red. Hello, Urka. Yeah, Dragalia. Have you checked out the private server yet? I recently got it working on my phone, and it's fun to actually be able to play the game again. It's quite surprising that a lot of people are actually realizing this is a Dragalia dragon. Brand Blue Railing gives the same Dragalia vibe. I see. I don't know, I just missed the characters I think, and the art style. Granblue Relink is a little too, like, it's a little more on the realistic side for me. It's not cartoonish enough for me, so I still stick to Dragalia. Fun boss fight, fun party matchmaking, cool skill animation. Same side games. Right. Only few sides to few dragons. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I just really like Naoki Saito's art on Dragalia. That's why I've never I can never like let go of Dragalia. Even now I'm imitating all the Dragalia style with my commissions. But it's nice. It like I mean I've learned so much by imitating that style, and the point is kind of like just integrated into my own style now. Of course, like I've also done a lot of different things that is not Regalia on all these commissions. I actually don't like that about a lot of gacha games. You know how a lot of gacha games like they always just focus on human characters, especially the girls with big boobs. Like I can't really fault them for it because like those are the characters that make money that you know that people are gonna try to vote for. But at the same time, it's just it like uh, I don't know, like at least to my eyes as an artist, they all seem like the same characters to me. It's just different color, like it's the same dress in different color. That's how I feel in a lot of like these like gotcha big boobs like cute girls kind of like characters, and they always like do these like cop outs, like they're saying like, oh, this is the year of dragon, let's introduce a dragon character, when it's really just like a girl with big boobs and a dragon horn and like a dragon tail, and that's it. That's what they call a dragon character. But it's such a cop out. Like give me a cute dragon character instead of like a a girl. Just no characteristics that catch my attention. Yeah, exactly. Zenless Zone here Zero looks a little more unique. I don't know. At this point, I'm just like so done with gotchas. I'll occasionally look at them for art inspiration, but that's about it. Like Dragalia is just that little rare incident where the art the art attracts me, and then the gameplay was pretty fun. Like it actually, like what I really like about Dragalia as well is like the fact that like a lot of the gameplay is not based on power creeping or uh like just luck in general. Like for example, like some games, some gacha. I'm not saying that there's no power creeping at all in Dragalia. That there is a little bit, but the game doesn't rely on it, as opposed to some other gacha games where you must roll this new unit in order to like clear this sort of content or something like that. Like there's a little bit of that in Dragalia, but it's not like only that. And that's what I like about Dragalia. Like you can actually go through a lot of the contents with just your skill as well. So yeah, that's what I like. I haven't touched a single one other than Dragalia, thankfully. See. Plus, that was when they brought Spirals to the bump source, to bump some of the OG weaker characters up to par. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say with Dragalia as well. Like once you've gotten a unit from the gacha, you can kind of already use the character in its full potential. Not so much full potential, but I would say is less nerfed than some other gacha games where you probably have to like roll 5 of the same units in order to fully use uh, a unit's like a kit. Like once you have rolled the unit that you want, you can already use all of its kits. Everything beyond that, like all the upgrades that you have done to the kit afterwards, is like basically a power up or like an extra thing they put on top of the character. So yeah, I find that a lot more worth it, I think, instead of like being gate kept away from like using a character, because I didn't roll like 4 other units of it, 4 other like of the same duplicates of it. And that's the case for like a ton of like gotchas out there, and that's why I just like feel like they're not worth my time. You're not really missing much, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, that's all. That's all of the gotchas basically. So they do make a lot of money though. And then we see like Kotsu like swiping his cards to get all these like units in what is it called? Honkai Star Rail. Yeah, Katsu. Hello, Fire Eco 2015. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, all the raiders. Let me give you a shout out. Hi. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Usis? Welcome, welcome. Take care of these viewers for me. I'll try. I mean, I won't be on for too long. I'll just like be finishing this picture, and then I'll probably have to walk my dog later. So I'll do what I can for the time being. Just coming, Isaac. Okay. Have you guys had like a good stream over there? If you need to like de-stream or do anything, have a I guess like have a nice day to you. Just finished my drawing. I see, I see. Let me do some shading now. I feel like what should I do with the shading? The thing is the most of the palette for this picture is like bluish green, so maybe I'll shade with like a red color. Thank you for the follow, Bricks and Chew. Welcome, welcome. I think like a shading with a red will probably help it pop a little more. Because like the clouds down there are the kind of white, kind of like already like the color of the Emolga. So yeah, that's probably what I'll do later. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Gashren. Welcome, welcome. I didn't even introduce myself from just now with all the raid and stuff. I'm a bad streamer. That's okay. Hopefully my art can speak volume by itself. And people are just gonna be like, oh, what cool art? Let me check this person out or something like that. Hot body. I mean, that's what Fly Thermo specifically asked actually. He liked that there would be like a little more toneness, I guess, to the body. Kind of like the other slightly buff Rylu that I did before. And like the Twinkie ones I see. I wouldn't say I'm the master of it, because like sometimes I'm still trying to like figure out how to like draw characters that seem to be more built, but at the same time I don't like that kind of like Dragon Ball Z shading. So I'm still trying to find the middle ground of where like they seem to be toned, but at the same time they also feel a little squishy, if that makes sense. Thank you for the follow. I I are you Moon Markle? I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Sorry. Hello, hello, hello. I think your name is Geist. Welcome. Nice. Nailed that name. I think you are at a lovely middle ground at the moment. Okay, I see. Maybe that's like as far as I could go with like my current style, considering like I'm using a lot of like line art in order to kind of like signify there to be some sort of definition. And if I wanted to look more soft and squishy, then I'll probably have to like rely more on, let's say, shading, or like just having a bit more knowledge on planes and stuff like that. So instead of like using lines, I'll probably need to use like this kind of like shading procedure in order to achieve what I want. But then at that point, like the style would be quite significantly different, I would say. Something to test out, I guess. Gotta work on that. My characters come out looking really skinny and soft. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to challenge myself as well, is to like make characters that are of different body types. Sometimes it's quite interesting, like what you can come up with. Or like one idea is like just to do characters of like a very opposite body types, and then that way you can kind of like see where um the whole spectrum of like a body type would be. You got the two extremes, and then you can kind of like slowly work towards like the middle for other characters. But like at that point, like you already have the extremes, and you know like how far you could go. Sometimes as a good exercise as well. I'm trying to think of like what I have been drawing with like my characters, and yeah, actually in my webcomic my Tales of Elysium characters. Recently, I've been drawing a lot of different body types actually. And from the top of my head, like guys is definitely like one end of the spectrum. Like it's basically super bara, super like buff, and I can like play around a lot with like a muscle definition and stuff. And that's been pretty fun actually. Like, a lot of people doesn't like his character because you know he's a pretty horrible father, but drawing him has been pretty fun. And then there's also, let's say, Artemis. Like she's a woman, but at the same time she's that kind of like buff woman, and that one is a little more. It's a little fun with like contrasting with Davina as well. Davina is more like a classic female body type, more skinny, and I find like contrasting them both with each other is like pretty fun. Now I changed the color to red, I guess. Oh yeah, the red definitely looks better. Helps him pop a little more. Then I need to brighten it more. Which character would you say is the funnest to draw? At the moment, I would say actually is Gaius. Like again, as I said, like all the tone muscle definition is like very fun to draw. I can't really do a lot of that with like other characters. Like I guess like I can always use Gaius as a base point to work on like other characters. Like for example, Michaelis. Michaelis is like almost like two toned, but not very much there yet.
But then Gaius is definitely way to the extreme, and so that's why I would probably say Gaius.
Yeah, the only like really muscly characters are just like basically the Laconians, like Gaius, and there's I guess Artemis can count, and then there's also Michaelis. Like even Lorenzo is not muscular. For him, I want him to be more like a snarky old man that's very evil. So I picture him to be more on the lean side. The veins around his eyes, uh, that's more just like to depict that he's like very angry and stuff. Is it fun to draw? I'm not sure. I wouldn't say it's like fun to draw. It's like an extra step. It's always bad though. Yeah, I guess. But now he's extra mad. If that makes sense. Double mad. Yes. Ooh, bump of chicken. Yeah, this song is very nice. I also need to go back and finish Dungeon Meshi. I still haven't watched the final episode yet. I'm excited to see season two, and I'm very happy that like season two is already under, under production. Like free run already ended, and then like Dungeon Meshi also is like at the final episode. I'm like, no, what other show can I watch now? So I'm happy that like they didn't like pause production, and we'll probably get season two like a lot sooner than expected. I guess there's also what is that show again? Arcane that I can look forward to. Thank you so much for the follow, Def Tino. Welcome, welcome.
Who's my least favorite character to draw? Huh. Do I have a favorite character to draw? Not. I don't really have one. The hair? No, the hair is fine. If I really have to pick, maybe what's his name? What is his name? the Machamp. I'm really bad at like remembering names too, even if it's like my work. Oh, Zach. Zach. Yes, his name. Zach the Machamp. Mostly because of like that means that I basically have to draw four hands, two pairs of hands, and I guess that is a little annoying to do sometimes. Provided like nowadays, like I'm not that scared of drawing hands anymore, but still it's kind of annoying. Like, you have to kind of like think about how all of those four hands would be placed, and then you also have to think about like the shoulder blades. Like how do Macham's like shoulder blades even work? Like no idea. Like even after drawing him so many times, I still don't know how it works. Wasn't the child Bold Michaelis? Bold Michaelis is kind of weird to draw too, yeah, I guess. Just imagine a Macham's skeleton. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that can be said for a lot of animals in general. Lots of animals, lots of like Pokemon. Have you seen a hippo skull? That one is a nightmare fuel. You wouldn't imagine like a hippo to have a skull like that. Weird. Why doesn't this work? Oh, because of this art. 僕らは何回だってきっとそうなんだってきっとさよならの共にあるだけなんだ。I feel like some of the colors are missing. I draw hair or fur to save my life. How do you do it? Um, I hmm. I think the main tip that I can give in terms of like drawing hair or fur is that like stop looking at it as like a strand by strand. Like look at it as like a flap of hair. That way you can kind of like you can kind of define the how to shade it and how like it sits on things better instead of like trying to like draw each and every single strand by hand. If you like kind of tune your like thinking of hair that way, I feel like it makes it easier. Like the red over there. Maybe I can add more red onto the Emolga as well. I feel like you just need some more colors here and there to help it pop. Shading here might be better with some of it. Be too dark. Same thing right here. Background can probably use more red as well. Let's see. Do you have a public Discord server perchance? Yes, I do. Is it so much a public one? I'm not sure. It's mostly like used for my comic actually. Alright, I think this is done. Okay. Let me send you the invite actually. For people who want to go into the server. Where is the thingy? I'm not sure if I did it correctly. Try that link. Yeah, I think I'll end the stream here. Do we have anyone that we can raid? I doubt so. There aren't a lot of people online right now. And not a lot of people are doing art right now, so I guess we don't raid anyone. That looks like a link to the message. Okay, I'll try again. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, cool. Alright, then I guess I'll bid you guys goodbye. The I'm losing daylight like big time here, so I don't know if it's like wet or something outside. I'll probably have to look. Duffy's already here, like waiting for me to get him out for a walk. So yeah, I'll bid you guys goodbye. Okay, have a good day, have a good night, whatever time zone you guys are in, and I'll see you guys next time.